Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Um, Today I want to show you guys how I create male sims. The first clip you saw is a character I created, which I thought they looked really cute, but I didn't record any of it, so I kind of just wanted to include him a little bit. So yeah, he's cute, but I didn't record him, so I'm going to create another character for you guys to see my process. I'm gonna try and start from the beginning. I don't really have a set process, but I'll try to make it more, I don't know, like linear, I guess, so it makes sense. Starting with the face structure, usually for my sims, I like to go with big eyes, big noses, and smaller lips, or like smaller mouths. It depends on the vibe the character gives me, but that's usually the process I go for. And then I like narrower chins. Usually, like every sim I make will have like a very tiny chin. Oh, another thing is the pupil slider. I'm going to link all of these down below. Like everything I use, I'm gonna link it down below for you guys to use. I like the pupils to be closer together because it gives them like a very anime cutesy look, so I always do that. And for the face structure, I usually try and go for softer edges, so I wouldn't have their cheekbone be too big or like their jaw be too big, and the distance between their cheekbone and their jawbone needs to be softer and not like kind of, what do you call it, like when they're gone, when the cheeks are gone. Yeah, I don't like that. I usually like make them like a little bit rounder and cuter, and if I want to make them look like really gaunt, I think I would use skin details. And now we can move to skin details, which I don't know, it's always like a different process, but for me lately I've been loving Northern Siberian winds, which I feel like, I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but I feel like it's a little bit cheaty because their skin details are so pretty to the point where I feel like there's not much I need to do with my sim. Like I don't even need to give them a nose mask. You will see here that I'm avoiding giving them anything else because the skin detail itself is really cool. Some things I use are early access, but they become like free after a while, so I'm so sorry, but I will also link alternatives to the things I use. So Northern Siberian Winds has other skin details that are already out. The one I'm using now is still early access, but you can use all of their other skin details. They're amazing. I depends on the sim. I would either like give them freckles or pores. Sometimes my sim, I don't feel like they have this like look that they need pores, so this guy didn't need pores and I just didn't give him any pores, which is the GS skin overlay. I use that a lot. I'm only mentioning it because like it comes up in my process sometimes. Other things I use when I'm making or like in the process of like doing the skin details is I use the shadow by Simandi, not the one you see on screen now. This is a different one by Joshua and it's new, so I was just experimenting. The one by Simandi I will link because I love the way it looks. It just makes the character look very 3D. And then another thing I add in skin details are the lashes. And usually for my male sims, I like them to have like downwards turning lashes. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, also eye bags. Eye bags are really important to just make your sims look more real, or like, it just makes my sims look attractive. I don't know what it is. Moving on to the tattoo section, usually after skin details, I would do the teeth. I don't know if I already did the teeth on him. I didn't see the process. Maybe it just showed up and I didn't pay attention. But I usually do the teeth. And then after the teeth, I would go into the tattoo section where I give him his hairline and his iris, or like sclera shadow, which is like the dark part you see like on the upper part of his eyes, where it's like there's a shadow casting from his lashes onto his eyeball. and I usually find this looks very, very nice. It makes them look really sultry and like cool, and I don't know, it's just a whole vibe. So I'm gonna link that below as well. And then I usually give all of my Sims makeup, just because I think it helps make them more real and like adds more character. So for example, for this guy, I didn't give him pores because I didn't feel like he needed pores, but apparently I felt like he needed like a sweaty face, which looks really good on him. Also like really luscious, soft lips. I use these ones a lot, and I think like these lips a lot, and I think they're by Obscurus. I think they will be linked below. And when it comes to the hair, like this is what the most time consuming thing I do in my character creation process, just because like a lot of the hairs I use end up looking really amazing, and I find it really hard to like decide which hair I want to go for, especially when I don't have a plan for my sim already. Like for this guy, I just wanted him to look cute. I didn't have any plans for him. I have no idea what his character is. Like, is he a jock? Is he like a lawyer? I don't know. So usually having an idea beforehand helps, but if you just want to make a cute character, then you will have to sit through many hair like trials and stuff like that. So yeah, I do think I covered up pretty much everything. Oh my god, the most important point that I need you guys to know is to make their necks narrower. Make their necks smaller. It will transform the look of your sim, and it will just make them look amazing. Trust me on this. Whenever you start making a male sim, or whenever you're making over a male sim, make their neck narrower, make it smaller. It usually helps out a lot. But yeah, overall, like if you're trying to go for a similar style that I have here, don't go too extreme on anything. So for muscles, for facial features, like don't do too much. Usually like less is more, and I know this is like very common for people to say, but it's so true. Oh my god, another point I really need to make, and it will help you out so freaking much, because I don't think a lot of people pay attention to this, but their hands. Male hands usually get so sausagey and so big for no reason when you put clothes on them. Like they look like sausages. So what I do is I use a hand slider and kind of bring it down all the way. Like I make their fingers super skinny, and then once they wear clothes, they look normal. Even without clothes, they look kind of normal, but just a little bit skinnier. You can see his hand now, like it looks fine, and you can kind of go back and forth between him wearing a top and not wearing a top and see how his hand size changes. But this hand slider helped me out so much. Also the hand definition, I will link that. I don't use it all the time because it usually depends on the skin details I'm using, but overall paying attention to the hands will honestly do you so good. Like just do it. I'm gonna link everything down below. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much everything I needed to cover and talk about. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more videos, because I will make one for female sims as well. If you do have any questions, don't be afraid to like comment and ask. I will do my best to answer and like help you guys out. Like any links other than the ones I've provided, if you're looking for them, just let me know, and I'll try to like respond as soon as I can. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. 눈 감아도